And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the beautiful Kyber Empire. It's great to be in the Sith Empire today. It looks like it might be. CG has just announced their brand new Conquest unit, and kind of like what we expected, and they accidentally let it out a little early. Darth Malgus is getting a Fury class Interceptor for this next round of Conquest starting next week, and they did something they've never done before to my recollection. They outright just said, this is going to be the cornerstone of a new meta-defining Sith fleet, and we have confirmation there are more Sith ships coming, and the big question is, what's going to be the capital ship, which they oddly, vaguely keep it out of the post. Let's go bring you guys on over. A lot of stuff going on here. Say hi, everyone. We're on the second channel right now, streaming some Marvel Snap, and this came up, and we got to talk all about it. So a few things, just a reminder, Conquest unit being piloted by a Conquest character. But they're like, don't worry, guys. Malgus is going to be improving grounds now. Wow, you only need 4 million GP and then many, many months of getting that character. And then you got to do a second round of Conquest to get this. So one thing that's telling us right now, they aren't scared of having a double layer Conquest thing, and especially a Conquest character piloting a ship. So we were saying, oh, they're not going to make Admiral Trench a pilot of something. I totally expect we're going to get some sort of Admiral Trench capital ship, and they'll just make Trench a part of it, even though it's Conquest. A little scary in that part. And as you can see, conveniently down here, 2 question marks. They claim that by the time we get the Malgus Interceptor unlocked, we're going to see the other 2 Sith ships. And unfortunately, I think that basically tells me this is going to be a 7-star unlock. No confirmation, but 5-star unlocks are very fast. I wish it was a 5-star unlock like the Razor Crest as well as the TIE Interceptor. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Another few things to know, our first Sith Empire ship, a lot of Sith Empire bonuses. It's basically like the Malgus lead combined with Traya a little bit with this fleet, and a lot more stuff to come. But there you go, cornerstone of a new meta-defining Sith fleet. We're going to see huge buffs to the B-20 Extinction class bomber, other Sith and Sith Empire ships. So we don't have any other Sith Empire ships, I guess, except just the Marauder as well as the Sith Assassin. So very curious. Do you guys think one of these is going to be a capital ship? Right now, people, there's 2 things. We know there's that Darth Malgus from way back when, but he's not really a Sith Empire. I mean, maybe it's not going to be piloted by Sith Empire. Maybe it's just going to be a Sith capital ship, our first one. Another idea out there is the Leviathan by Malik. We have some stuff for a Sith ship, for a Sith capital ship. It's just a question of which one it's going to be. Let me know your thoughts down below. I do expect maybe a Sith Empire trooper ship. And then I just don't know if that's a capital ship or if that's just a normal ship. We'll have to wait and see. But they make no suggestions as to use this with Grand Moff Tarkin, use this with yada, yada, yada. So it's going to be kind of curious to see how all this works out. I want to call out one thing. Hold on. They were saying this right here. This irks me a little bit. Why is this a Conquest unit? Conquest units are more powerful than a Galactic Chase ship. I call BS. The TIE Defender is so much better than the Scythe. Like hands down, it's so much better. But maybe it's just maybe I'm just kind of cherry picking a few things. But yes, we know Razor Crest is good at the bounty hunters, and we know the TIE Interceptor is pretty good. But anyways, let's move on. Here you go. What if you don't have Malgus? Oh, it's improving grounds. Don't worry. And as they say right here, where can I use this ship in the meantime? They just said there's 2 more Sith ships coming. You'll be able to acquire those before you can unlock the Fury class in Conquest. So I don't know if we're going to see a new Sith capital ship yet. My expectations, maybe later on this year, around August, September, we might get another capsule. That's usually the cadence for capital ships. Executor Profundity kind of came out around that time. Anyways, let's get into the kit reveal here. Abilities, basic. Enmity class precision laser cannons. It's a big, chunky, basic ability that's going on here, and it basically sounds like Darth Traya's basic ability. Deal physical damage to target enemy, and for each ability block, concussion mine, healing immunity, health down, shock, or suspense, new debuff present on the other enemies, inflict those debuffs on the target enemy for 1 turn. So kind of like Traya, where she takes all the debuffs from your team, throws it over on the opposing team. That's how they're doing it here. It's a little bit different. It's kind of like Cassian. I think is a better way of putting it. Cassian kind of connects all the debuffs onto a single target. I don't think we have a shock ship right now. I'm double checking my Imperial Kyber records. I'm not seeing any shock, so we might be seeing some shock coming around. You know, we have some ability block on ships. Concussion mines are from the Marauder ship. We do have some healing immunity, health down. Shock, I don't think we have yet. I don't know, maybe a Revan ship of some possibility. If there are no debuffs on the enemy side, however, you inflict suspense on the target enemy for 1 turn, which can't be evaded or resisted. They took a lot of inspiration from Doubt, one of the Malgus effects from the character side of thing, and they're bringing it into ships and altering it a bit. You can't gain buffs when you have doubt. You can't gain bonus Terminator, recover protection, so pretty much just like doubt, or gain protection up, and it will inflict defense down for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. And if suspense is dispelled, increase the cooldowns by 1, which can't be resisted. Kind of like when you dispel doubt, it turns into fear on your team and the character side of thing. And if suspense expires and is not dispelled, all Sith Empire and Sith enemies, all Sith and Sith Empire enemies gain a stack of We Have Returned for 4 turns. Again, kind of like the We Have Returned on the character side of thing, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. My, oh my. That's a lot for guys, that's just the basic. We're not even onto the other things right now. We have heavy seeker missiles, cooldown to very low cooldown. So basically every other turn this guy is gonna be using it unless they have some sort of cooldown reduction mechanic that we don't see yet. Deal. No! Why did Gary? I don't want to update this, man. Does it look like I want to update my camera hub? No, I don't even use it. Oh, jeez. Gary, man, time and place. You're worse than Microsoft window updates. Anyways, apologies for Gary. Deal true damage to target enemy equal to 50% of Fury class Interceptors max health, so very much like Dark Deception on Malgus. I'm guessing it's going to be a pretty beefy ship. Oddly, not a tank, it's support, so it's going to kind of be weird when we read the unique abilities, but we'll get there when we get there. And you're going to inflict suspense, all that right there, for 1 turn. Sith allies recover 20% health and protection, and then doubled for Sith Empire allies. I really am believing they're building a Sith Empire fleet, and I want to believe that Leviathan is more likely to happen than Nihilus at this point. It'd feel weird if Nihilus is piloting or leading a Sith Empire fleet. I don't know. Maybe it could just be a generic Sith fleet. We'll get there when we get there. Special 2, Path to Power, cooldown of 4, mass swarm capabilities. We don't have a lot of mass swarm ships in the game. Like characters, there's a lot of them. I don't have enough fingers. I have to borrow Gary's fingers and still not even have enough to count all the mass swarms we have. Mass swarms are going to be a lot more powerful in the ship side of things. Call all Sith and Sith Empire allies to assist, inflicting debuffs on the target enemy for each active Sith and Sith Empire ally, and it counts twice for those that are both. So kind of like Darth Vader, who counts Empire and Sith as double. They double dip. You're double dipping here, and it's also counting your reinforcements. So you're probably not gonna want to have the underdog on the Sith fleets potentially, because normally sometimes you only bring 1 or 2 reinforcements, but then you're gonna miss out on this, which is gonna really shut down Houndstooth. Let's read. If you had 1 ally assist, inflict healing immunity for 2 turns. If you have 3+ allies, inflict burning for 2 turns. If you have 5+ allies, inflict suspense for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. If you have 7+ allies, which obviously, unless they change the deal, maybe they'll have 7 allies onto the field. If you have 7 allies, so 3 on the field and a couple in the reinforcements or whatever, 4 on the field, 3 in reinforcements, inflict shield disruption for 2 turns. That's a lot of debuffs. Most of the swarm abilities on ships are kind of left for like the capital ships, like, Negotiator has one, Akbar has one, Executor has one, but it's not very common to have mass swarms on just the ship itself. So if you have another capital ship that does another mass swarm, kind of scary stuff. Unique ability, Galaxy in Flames. Sith allies have 30% tenacity, doubled for Sith Empire, so it's going to be hard to land those debuffs on these guys. And at the start of the battle, Sith Empire tanks gain taunt for 2 turns, and the Fury class Interceptor and Sith Empire tanks gain stable bulwark, another new effect, which we'll get there in a moment. So unfortunately, Malgus, although a tank in the character side of things, not a tank here. So as of now, with all the Sith ships we have, this is basically making the Sith bomber be a pre-taunting tank, more or less, right there. And then when stable bulwark is lost, which we'll get to, Sith Empire tanks, they regain taunt for 2 turns. So it kind of reminds me a bit of the Galactic Republic BLT sandwich, I like to call. When you're losing the unending loyalty, it pops a taunt. So I think it's kind of in a similar vein to that. And then when a Sith ally takes damage, they gain reinforced determination, not to be confused with reinforced whole. A little bit different, kind of similar, but a little bit different, until the start of their next turn. Allied Sith ships gain an additional 25 defense per stack of reinforced determination, and then doubled for Sith Empire ships. So if you have 5, you're gonna get 50% each, and what is that, 250% defense. Gnarly, especially when you consider all the other stats that are being baked into all this. And then stable bulwark, what that is 100% defense and offense. It's like best of both worlds. Usually it's just offense or defense. No, it's both. 50% max health and max protection, plus 25% critical chance and critical damage. And the first time this ship is reduced to 1% health, it recovers 100% health, and it gains a bonus turn. bonus turn. So it's not like reinforced hull where when you lose it, you get the health back sort of, but you don't get a bonus turn. And then you get 5 stacks of reinforced determination for 1 turn, and you lose the stable bulwark. And what reinforced determination does, 50% defense per stack. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of defense just with the effect itself and the additional stacking you got on this unique ability too. Very durable fleet, very, very durable. And then reinforcement, we don't know everything. We have more questions than answers at this point. So I don't know if this is going to be a ship that's going to be in the reinforcement. We're going to have the other Sith ships out before this is finally in place. We'll probably have a better idea, but it sounds like right now I want the Fury class to be out there right away. But Rage of Korriban, it's a Korriban. It's like people say Bo-Katan, Millennium Falcon, potatoes. I say Korriban. Enter the battle. All Sith allies gain reinforced determination, so that defense right there for 1 turn. Then all Sith allies gain 20% protection for 2 turns. And then double for Sith Empire allies. Inflict target enemy with suspense for 1 turn, which can't be avoided. Just a reminder, we don't know what this fleet's gonna look like. If they do go down the direction of Leviathan with Malik, what is Malik famous for? He was the first character to combine health and protection into one. They might do something in that vein with this fleet with Leviathan potentially, or some other Sith Empire ship. And what is bonus protection based off of? It's based off your max health. And if they combine your max health and protection, this protection up is going to be nasty, bigger than what's really being seen from the naked eye right now. So overall, it sounds cool. I'm a little cautious, but I have a feeling we always get one big meta fleet a year. I do suspect we're going to get a Leviathan, a Ravager. I feel like they're not bluffing when they're saying cornerstone of a new meta-defining Sith fleet. I just feel slightly burnt with the Scythe. It's funny, ever since they kind of nerfed the one trick we found, you actually have a higher success rate of beating Radis without the Scythe on an Empire fleet than with the Scythe, which is pretty wild if you think about it. The Scythe should have increased the odds. It made it worse or equal, or depending on the composition, maybe slightly better than what was before. So I have a feeling we're not going to run into that again, with Scythe being kind of one of the more lackluster units in the game as it stands right now. So get your Sith ready. It sucks how gated this is. Conquest unit into conquest unit, and we don't even know how the capital ship might be in there at some point as well. Oh yeah, I'm getting corrected. Yes, you're correct. Yes, I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments. I guess the first Sith, let's give credit where credit's due. The first Sith to combine health and protection was Darth Nihilus Lead. Thank you, chat. Who was it? That was Alpaca Seth. Yes. All right. Strength of the Void, but it didn't do anything. Malik was the first one to really make something out of it. But yes, let's get a fact check in there. Thank you. I can rely on you more than Gary, apparently. Let me know your thoughts down below. Looking nutty. Do you believe CG's not lying about this new meta-defining fleet? Looking forward to it. Sith Empire was a lot of fun, and all I could say is, man, if you're a Sith lover, Old Republic lover, I think this is gonna be a good year for y'all. Time will tell, but leave that like, comment down below, and all your beautiful thoughts. Be sure to subscribe around here so you're not missing a thing. We'll catch you next time, whenever this ship gets unlocked. 3 months, but I'm sure we're gonna have other stuff in the meantime. But more importantly, until we meet again, my friends, please always remember, although it's great to be in the Sith Empire today, it's great to be in this Empire today.
Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.